Boston Ripping Rollers here. Saturday morning. Coming out to check on the birds. See how they're doing. Check these ones out first. Open the door. I like these bald heads. I like that bald head. Bald head cocks are nice. That's a 2016, that black one. The guy didn't ban them. I mean, he didn't ban them after a while. He stopped banning them. But that's got a 2016 band. I called Eddie to see if it was his, but he hasn't got back to me. Go check the new coop. And one up there. Two of these are broken in. I want these to train the other birds. Help me train the other birds. And these are the babies I bred this year. Well, some of them. Yeah, they're going through a heavy molt still. But they're young. I think they're like maybe 5 months, 4 or 5 months old. Oh, excuse me. Going to the big loft here. These are the birds we're just looking at from the outside. These youngsters that are going through a molt. And then here's the other side. The 3 birds that are broken in. See how Fabio's doing over here. This is my almond project. I threw a couple of other cocks in there. I threw a white bar. And I threw let me see if I can see him. True Andalusian over here. So yeah, there's the Andalusian cock. The almond has a yellow hen in there from RC's loft in Georgia. Vanak must have purchased that from RC back in the day. Well, it's got a 2022 band. And the almond made it up with her kind of quick. Well, yeah, check them out. There's the almond and that hen, a yellow hen. It's just something to do this winter. Hey. Oh, he must have hit and messed up his wing. The white bar. Wow, I hope he's gonna be all right. Yeah, he must have rolled in the coop and messed his wing up. Yeah, he's really, he's not flying that good. Hold on, my peeps. I gotta grab him and take a better look at him. Yeah, his wings definitely bothering him. I hope he makes it. You know, I hope he just bruised it a little. He didn't mess it up for life. Here's all my cockbirds. I tip the trays over when after they're done eating. So, because I like to watch them eat, you know, make sure everybody's eating, getting their grub on, and doing well. But it is a little cold this morning. I'll come out here and feed them in a few minutes. This one's puking. Wow. Must have ate something foolish. That's a lab with black ticks. I mean, you can see it a little, the shade of lavender on it. If it was just a little darker, you'd see it would be a bald head. You know. Now I seen that lab bald head screwing around with that lab badge, and I seen him mount it. So they made it, but it's a cockbird because I put it over with the hens on the other side, and the hens were chasing him, and he was chasing the hens. He would have made it with every hen on the other side. So I know it's a cockbird, but I was surprised seeing him mating to that bald head cockbird. I was like, wow, is it a hen? But it's not. It's a cock. Yeah, check out the hens here. The hens look pretty good. I'm glad that I separated them. It'll be easy breeding season to make these hens to the cocks. You know, they'll be all about it. Breeding season. You know, now that I think about it, wow, this one's puking too. What's going on this side? Wow, that's two birds I seen trying to puke. Wow. I'm gonna be potting with a few birds. So I don't need all these kit boxes, all these cockbirds on the side. So I bred a lavender family, yellow family, and a yellow mottle family this year. Matter of fact, that's one of the youngsters right there with the white tail, the yellow. That's one of the youngsters I bred this year. And that lavender's one. And they turned out to be terrific spinners. I mean, the last time I seen this lavender right here, this lab badge, it spun and hit the house, but it was coming in. It was flying, and it did a spin. I kept it in after. No, I'm lying. It did get better. I flew it again to make sure it wasn't rolled down. And it did a short one, did a couple short spins. But I know it's deeper than that because I watched it fly up until it hit the roof. And yeah, nice, fast, tight roller. I say 15 to 25 feet anyways that I caught it spinning. That's him on the feeder there. No, that ain't him. That's the one walking beside the feeder. That's his nest mate though. Is that his dad? Oh, let me see. I'm looking for the father. Yeah, that's the youngster. Those are nest mates, those two labs there. This is another lab I got from Eddie. Was spinning pretty good. You know, I think this was a little deeper than the one over there. This was doing 35, 40 feet. I like when they're spinning and they don't look like they're coming down because they're spinning so fast, but they are. It's really nice. It's a really nice spin to watch them spin like that. I had birds in the 80s. I had a few of them that spun like that. And it was all from this lab family. Back in the 80s, Eddie kept his lab family pure. It's the Plona bloodline. And to tell you the truth, if I didn't purchase the birds from the beginning, I would have just stuck with Eddie's birds, pure Plona strain. I mean, they're terrific rollers. The best rollers I ever seen in my life was Eddie's father's. I mean, he had the waterfall going like crazy over there. Like, not just one spun, like, out of 20 birds, he probably had like 15, 16 spinning at the same time, and pretty deep, nice, fast rollers. But I purchased some of these from Vinod Kong. He decided to get out of birds. He bought a new house, and he was trying to keep them, but the property that he bought, he didn't have too big of a yard. It's a beautiful house. He's got a nice yard, too. He could have had a bird coop, but he chose not to have the birds anymore because he likes to go on vacation, him and his wife, and he didn't have anybody to take care of the birds while he went on vacation. Now, if he lives closer, I wouldn't mind watching his birds for him, but he lives maybe 2.5 hours away from me. I wasn't going to make that trip, and then all the way back, another 2.5 hours. I'd be on the road all day. So, he got out of the birds. I bought most of these birds from him. Yeah. And you know they were his best birds because he held on to them as long as he could. You know, I mean, as long as he could, he held on to these rollers. So, you know, if somebody has their rollers and they're trying to keep them, the last ones are the ones that he really liked, and they really spun good because he wouldn't have had them. He wouldn't have tried to keep them. So it was his last birds that he was getting rid of. I bought the whole coop off him. Yeah. I had some of his bloodline for quite a while for Knox birds. And his birds usually produce some good spinners. I mean, I did get some roll downs. I broke the pairs up. I tried them with a different bird, and they seem to do fine. Just you can't make two deep birds together, because all you do is you get deep birds that end up being roll downs. You know, a roll down, I believe, is a bird every time you let it out, it hits. I mean, it can be 4 miles up in the sky and come down a roll. It can't stop and hit the ground. That's what I call a roll down. But a bird that can stop, I don't believe it's a roll down. I think it's just a deep bird. But they tap a couple times. Most of the time they get it straight. Or they're just not very good kit birds because it's hard for them to get back into the kit. But I don't know, that's what I believe. But you can't have a bird that's too deep in a kit because it never catches back up with the birds. It stays out of the kit. You want them all to stay in the kit to score points. Well, that's what I believe anyways, now anyway. But, yeah, Louis D'Amarino had the best birds. I mean, he had the best birds, Eddie's father.